Wall Township, New Jersey is one of the best places to live possibly in America. And in this video today, I'm going to give you the 5 pros and cons of living here in Wall, which is actually where my family and I reside. So I'm going to give you an in-depth look of what it's actually like to live here. What are the pros? What are the cons? We're going to go through them all right here, right now. My name is John Natali. I own a real estate company here at the Jersey Shore in Monmouth County, and I've been doing this for 16 plus years. If you found me on another platform like TikTok or Instagram talking about the Jersey Shore, I'm excited you're here on YouTube. Mostly for the fact that I get to talk for a little bit longer and keep people's attention a little bit longer, which is what I love to do, is share why it's such a great place to live here at the Jersey Shore in Monmouth County. And in this video today, we are going to go through those pros and cons of living in Wall Township. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go down, you hit that subscribe button, smash the bell so you can get notified every single time I drop a video here on YouTube about moving, living in your life here at the Jersey Shore. Let's talk to number 1 pro of living in Wall Township. Which I love about it is it's a suburban feel, but you're so damn close to the beach. That is a huge plus for so many people, is the fact that you're in a normal suburban area, you have nice property sizes, you have some space between your neighbors, and at the same time, you are a quick drive, most likely even just a bike ride to the beach. Now, Wall is a very big town. We're going to talk about that further. So parts of the town, like where I live, I'm just over a mile from the water. But there are parts of the town that might be 3 or 4 miles away from the water. But for the vast majority, a lot of the town, a lot of where the residential parts of the town are pretty actually dang close to the beach. So you get a suburban feel, you get some property size, you get some air between you and your neighbors, and at the same time, you still are so close to all the great things at some of these beach towns. Another big pro of living in Wall Township is the fact that it's a big town but has such a small town feel. Everybody kind of knows each other, and some people could take that to be a negative, but honestly, from a New Jersey perspective and raising a young family, the fact that the town is so big, but still a lot of people know each other and really enjoy each other's time, and it's not cliquish or housewifey. It's actually just a really nice place to live with nice people, nice hardworking American people, is a great thing about the town. A lot of the town shares a lot of the same values, which is really nice. A lot of people are hardworking Americans, like I said, and just want to do better for their family. And you get that vibe from a lot of people, and you get a small town feel because of it. And I think that's a really cool aspect of living here in Wall Township. Another really popular thing about living here in Wall is all the amazing things they do for not only kids, but adults as well. The Wall Recreation Department, from sports programs and all that stuff, that's typically standard for most towns, but Wall really goes above and beyond. The library is brilliant. So many activities for kids. Like if you have young children, there's no shortage of things you can do, just provided by the actual township itself. That's awesome. Now, even for adults and especially seniors, there are so many great programs that they run, from yoga, pickleball, all different activities, again, run through the township. We do have to pay taxes, but at least we're getting great programs back. And the town does a great job providing these fantastic programs for people of all ages. It's not just about kids. It's not just about older people. It's not just about, millennials and Gen X. It's everyone has an option for different things they can do. Special education, all different programs. There is everything here in Wall Township, and the town does a great job offering that to its residents. Another big pro of Wall Township is that their emergency services are absolutely superb. And I say that as someone who got in a pretty bad accident with my family 2 years ago. Some towns, you get into an accident, a pretty bad one, and it may take 5, 10, 15 minutes for emergency services to show up. We got an old man ran through a red light and smashed into the driver's side, fortunately, because my wife and son were on the other side, smashed into the side, literally into my door. Now, I was okay. Obviously, I'm still here today, but I was able to get out of the car. I was obviously pinned a little bit, but I was able to get out of the car on the other side. My wife was okay. My son was obviously shaken up. He was only about a little over 2 years old at the time, so I was very concerned, but at the same time, he was okay. Emergency services, an ambulance was there, police were there, literally in under 90 seconds, which blows my mind. They were there so damn fast. Police came first, and then literally within the next minute, emergency services, an ambulance was there. that speaks volumes to me. Again, yes, we pay taxes, but our EMS services or EMT services are actually there staffed 100% of the time. There's people that are full-time. Same thing with fire department. There is actually a full-time staff there. It is not necessarily the same as like North Jersey or FDNY, where every single firehouse is fully manned 100% of the time. But there are full-time employees of those departments that are there 24/7. So that is a great to have, especially in a normal suburban town, is have great emergency services. And I found this out just myself, unfortunately, having to live through it. But that's a great thing to have, a police department that is so involved with everything that we're doing. Not in an overbearing way, but you're protected in the town, and they do a great job at all the emergency services here in Wall Township. Another huge pro of living here in Wall Township is one of the biggest factors for my wife and I when we decided to move here is the fact that it is close to so many major roadways. If you actually pull up Wall Township on a map, you will see how you have Route 18, you have the Garden State Parkway, you have Route 34, all three of those going north to south in different variations, and then you also have 195 going west. All from the central part of Wall Township, right around exit 98, is how you access all of those. And that's really important if you either commute, work, have family in different areas, and you're driving around a little bit. It is a great thing to have 4 major arteries and major roadways to different parts of New Jersey and other states, Pennsylvania, New York, obviously, right at the cusp where you can access all of them. You don't have to drive 30 minutes to get to a major roadway. You have 4 major roadways all within the town. And they're not running through the town where it's like super busy, but the fact that you literally all of the access to them starts right here in Wall Township. So if you commute, if you visit family, you're moving from somewhere, you need some major roadways, you have them here. And for me, owning a real estate company for many years, the important thing is to be able to get to all different areas, because I go all different places to help people buy and sell homes. So that was a really important thing, even for my wife, who's a teacher a little bit further up northern Monmouth County. For her to be able to get to work in 25 minutes is a really important thing. So having these major roadways is a huge pro of living here in Wall Township. So those are the pros, and there's plenty of others, but those are the 5 biggest I saw. You obviously have great schools, great shopping, great places to eat, so many great things that come with living in Wall Township, but those are the 5 biggest that maybe sometimes people don't necessarily talk about when it comes to actually living here in the town. Now let's dive into some cons, because there are some. The one biggest con is it's a transforming town. Things are changing. You know, I think it's always been changing. However, in the last 2 to 3 to 4 years, there is a lot of change happening. You have Mount Laurel doctrine from the state that says however many affordable housing units need to be built in each town, and Wall Township for years did not build that many and got slammed by the state with having to build a lot in the next 10 years. So that's causing some development to happen in different areas of the town that don't have development just yet. So you have a part of the town that wants Wall Township to stay the way it is, and you have part of the town that says, okay, you know what, we need to transform. So there's just a different vibe to Wall Township that is happening. Is it the same thing that happened down in Brick? Not necessarily. There are parts that there's a lot of open space preserved. There are some great things that previous generations have done to preserve the open space and the green and the farmland in Wall Township. However, there's always, a big farm where someone lived there for 40, 50, 60 years that sells to a developer to now develop, luxury houses or an adult community or something like that causes everyone to be in an uproar. And you can have your opinions towards that, but that does happen here in Wall Township once or twice a year. And there's a lot of people that want it to stay the way it was, but also you have to be mindful that people want to live here. It's a beautiful town. It's a beautiful place to raise a family. It's a beautiful place to downsize and be an empty nester. There's so many great things about Wall Township, and people want to live here. And if not as many people are moving and selling their houses, the natural thing is to develop some more real estate for people to buy, especially if there's a market for it. And the reality is there's a huge market for it. And people do not necessarily like that. They want it to be the Wall Township of the 1960s, but hell, we're getting closer to 2050 than we are 1960s. So the reality is the town has changed. And with that, a con is there's people and disagreements that happen, especially at the local level and municipality level, because of some of that change. And you can derive your opinions towards it, whether construction is good or bad or whatnot, but sometimes there is some friction there, and that is a con of living here. Another con of living in Wall Township is the fact that the taxes are higher than some of the competitive beach towns. So the reason being is Wall Township has its own high school. most of the other beach towns from Brielle, Manasquan, Seagirt, Spring Lake, all of them typically actually Belmar share Manasquan High School. That's what keeps those 5 or 6 beach towns to have pretty low property taxes, is smaller property sizes, and the fact that they all resource together to send the students for high school to Manasquan High School. Wall Township has their own, so it's their own high school for the entire town. It's probably bigger in proximity and more residents than all those other towns combined. However, that also just adds to the tax base because, again, you have great community services or emergency services, you have great community events. You also have fully staffed schools, and the schools typically take up the highest amount of taxes, and that is why the taxes are a little bit higher for almost the same price point in Wall Township versus some of the beach towns. But I personally feel if you're looking to move down here, you have either one vibe or the other. Either you're looking for a beach town or you're looking for more of a suburban feel, and it comes with it as well. You have a bigger property size here in Wall Township. So those are the biggest pros and cons of living here to Wall Township. And if you are looking to move, again, there is a link below. Go and click that link and we will get you the information you need about moving here to Wall, New Jersey.